There are at least three main groups of readers who should take a keen interest in the book From Poland with Music. The first one, quite obviously, are people interested in history of music. For too long a time, this history was presented as an abstract progression of forms and techniques happening in a kind of social and cultural vacuum. Here we have one of the books that bring a remedy to this weakness, rooting music back in human activities, showing in detail complex and often unclear connections between music, musicians and the social milieu, between creative strategies and political circumstances, between aesthetic choices and ever-changing pressure of both cultural and political history. The history of music becomes then less the history of forms, or better, of forms only, and becomes the history of interaction between music and its human makers. And these are often histories of uncharted territory, of real no man's land. The reader will find here the descriptions of events unknown to general public and more often than not even to professional music historians of classical, jazz and rock music. Here we find a second group of readers who should take interest in this book. These are people all around the world who are always looking for exciting music. In this uncharted territory they will find artists, sometimes very successful, but usually less known or virtually unknown. This does not mean that they were unsuccessful in musical terms. There is a lot of new and exciting music to discover, a lot of artistic surprises and, hopefully, a lot of revisions in our established musical hierarchies. Finally, everyone who is interested not in music but society, in the social world we live in, should not overlook this book. It offers a unique insight in complexity of intercultural exchanges and interactions, in ways by which the political and the economic intervenes in the realm of arts. Different fields of human activities overlap, and how these complex tapestries we call society and history are being woven. Both in its scope and in its unconventional and attractive form, the book is unique. It is not addressed to Poles specifically or people abroad especially interested in Poland or Polish music. It is addressed to everyone interested in music and or social history, in composing or in history of migrations, in classical music or in jazz. Above all, it is a book that challenges and undermines a lot of established musical hierarchies, introducing new names and new musical works of quality. In this way, it poses the questions of how these hierarchies are being constructed and what are the limits of their validity. If you value an independent and fresh approach to music, this is the book written especially for you, no matter where you are from.